Hi everybody and welcome to the Money Man. Big betting weekend coming up this week, Mark. Six Nations. Let's chat about that. We've got Italy versus Wales at Millennium Stadium. We've got Ireland against Scotland in Lansdowne or in Dublin, and then we've got England in Paris. Always some interesting Six Nations. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, new cycle.
Yeah.
Post World Cup. Three different coaches. Fabien Galtier in for France. Huge expectation on him. If anyone can fix the French inconsistency, it is him. Revered as a player, did very well as a coach with Toulon.
How many uncapped players has he chosen?
He hasn't announced the side yet, but there was something like 19 uncapped players in his extended squad of 40. So he's certainly gone for a new approach. He's really investing in those youngsters that have done so well in the last two under-20 World Championships, where France for the first time is showing incredible depth in youth level. You've got Andy Farrell, head coach for the first time. He's only given two debuts for the match against Scotland. And then you've got Wayne Pivac, who played the game against the Barbarians, the Warren Gatland farewell. Mm-hmm. His first test match in charge. He's talk is he's going to pick the New Zealander from the Crusaders, Johnny McNichol on the wing. He's been there for 3 years. Says he's always wanted to be a Welshman. His kid was born there now, so he considers himself Welsh.
Tidy.
And you've got, and the big talking point there is George North. Still around, it feels like he's been around forever, but I saw a wonderful headline. He said, mentally I feel 18, physically I feel 50. What a pounding his body has taken. And then a follow-up story with Lee Halfpenny, who's expected to play at fullback, who says it's only now 18 months after his head collision against the Wallabies that he's starting to not feel headaches anymore. So he talks about how that concussion nearly ended his career and just the agony of concussion and just how bad it is. So a lot in that first game from a Welsh perspective to see how they're going to play. And from a South African perspective, Franco Smith, the former Cheetahs coach, long-time player in Italy, he's taken over from Conor O'Shea. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But I think a comfortable win for Wales, not quite by the spreads that you've got in terms of how easily they give
Italy have 24.5 point handicap. That's what the bookie's saying. So they're expecting Wales to be around 24, 25 points. I think with a new coach, new systems, Italy are bad, but I'm not sure they're 25 points bad.
Yeah, and you also don't know how different they're going to be under Franco as they were under Conor. And I think there will be a lot of expectation at home with Pivac and that post-Gatland era. It's huge boots to fill. Gats was there for 12 years. So you take that nervousness, a few new combinations. Again, comfortable, but I'd be surprised if they beat them by 25 plus.
Yeah, look, my bet on that is 1,000 Rand on Italy plus 24.5 points, which means that in order to win my bet, they just can't lose by 25 or more. And I think it would be a tough ask for Wales to run out 25-point winners. They have struggled sometimes against Italy, and you do tend to lower your performance to the team that you're playing. So I like the 24.5 points for Italy there. Ireland favored by 13.5 over Scotland. Again, that's a
very generous
handicap
for the Scots. Yeah. Scotland weren't good at the World Cup. They struggled. But they're not a bad side. And it's always tight when these two teams play each other.
Yeah.
Again, Farrell's first game in charge. I think Ireland will win at home, but I don't think it's going to be by double digits.
Yeah, I like Scotland plus 13.5. I think that it'll be a 10, 11-point game. And depending on the weather, it might even be closer, It's not out of the realms of possibility that Scotland could pox a win. So I'm going to take that for 1,000 Rand, that Scotland plus 13.5 to win 1,900 back. The game I won't be touching is the England-France game, which you've got some big views on.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Jones warned Fabien Galtier this week, expected to be brutal from his team. And then someone posted, what is brutal is your record in your last 4 games away from home. Played 4, lost 4.
Yeah.
So that was in Paris, in Dublin, and in Cardiff, and I think also in Edinburgh. So a lot of pressure on Eddie as well. He's come out and he said they don't want to be the best team in the Six Nations in the world. They want to be the greatest team that has ever played the game. And that's what they're going to do in the next 4 years. So he's already put it out there to say, we came up short against South Africa. Yeah. It's a new cycle. And he's talked his team up. And one, I don't think they're as good as people think they aren't. South Africa exposed a lot of that in the World Cup final. And there's going to be French emotion. There's going to be French everything under Gaultier. And I think France will pox this one. And they really need to start a Six Nations campaign well, especially at home. This match was at Twickenham. Comfortable win for England. In Paris on a Sunday. I have a sneaking suspicion it will be Allez le bleu.
Allez le bleu. Go blue. Yeah, that's an interesting... again, this is what I'm going to stay away from. I may look at it in running, but for me, the other ones stand out much better. The 24.5 points for Italy, 13.5 for Ireland. I want to thank you for coming in. I want to wish everybody the best of luck for your Super Brew pools, for any of the punting that you do, and let's have a good start to the season.